Wi-Fi, like, it didn't even say, like, disconnected, it just cut off for a second. So we're gonna try it again. I turned off the Wi-Fi, so hopefully this works and there's no other interruptions. Shouldn't be anything, but never know. That's the annoying part. Like, I feel like, I don't, like, if it cuts out for a second, it just, I have to restart it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or whatever. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. It turned off. Yeah, my Wi-Fi literally, it didn't even like show on my screen that it cut off, but then I saw reconnecting and I was like, I don't think it works after it reconnects. But yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, I'm good thing you told me because I would have just been talking to myself forever. So that was your cousin. Why am I not surprised that the whole family is like that? Not a big shocker. What's up, Aaron? Nice to see you back. Make him mod? Why would I make him mod? All he's done is bully me. You please him? Isn't that your cousin? That's a little weird, isn't it? What are you trying to say here? Have you contemplated on anything interesting lately? Practicing a lot of different stuff, like Tibet Buddhism and meditation combined with Reiki. Affected my choices in literature. Um, I think I contemplate on a lot of stuff. If I don't write them down, though, I forget about it, and that's kind of the issue. Like, I mean, I guess so. None that I can think of off the top of my head because it's kind of just fleeting stuff. But I guess I could say I've been thinking interesting stuff lately. Make you mod? Why would I make you mod? All you've done is bully me. I could tell if I make you mod, you're just gonna do something stupid right away. I just know. I can't trust you. Walden's on your to be read. Yeah, I think you'd like Walden, based off the stuff you said. Walden's one of those books that like it's its own category. It's kind of its own thing. Bro, stop saying you're a good boy. This is getting weird. What's up, Dora? Can I do a backflip? No, I can't. I'm sorry. Sorry I let you down. Why are you just begging? Like, if you keep begging to make you mod, I'll never give it to you. That's just. If I see you here more often, I'll give it to you. How about that? I don't really give it to people the first time I see them. Once I start recognizing your name and stuff, then where am I from? From the US. What about you? Like, it's not hard to get mod on my chat. I feel like I have so many mods, but like once I recognize your name, I'll give it to you. That's really all it takes. As long as like, what's up, Sahida? How's everything? Am I excited for Christmas? I guess so. I don't know. There's like a lot that goes into it. Like you have to like go places and do things. So that aspect, no. But like seeing family is always nice. You read many books from Herman Hesse? The only thing I've read by Herman Hesse is Siddhartha. Yeah, that's what it's called. You're currently reading Demian, I guess inspired by Gnosticism. Someone, Emmy tells me to read that all the time. What's up, Frank? She's been telling me to read Demian for like a while. What do I think of Adler? I'm not familiar enough with Adler to make a comment. I read, what is it? The Courage to be Disliked, I think that's what it's called. And I guess that's based off of Adler. I thought that was pretty interesting. Um, I haven't read him personally, so I don't want to like. There's parts I'll agree, there's parts I'll disagree. I'll just say that, but overall, what I know is interesting. I've been meaning to pick up something by him though. I probably like one European author, Eric Emanuel Schmidt. What does he write? What's up, Zachariah? How's everything? Dude, it's been a while. How's everything? How you been? There's like the best part about like I don't know if this is just like I feel like I've said this before, but the best part about like reading is that there's just so many things that are good and there's like so many things to get into. Like I feel like every time I go on stream I'm learning about like names that I'm gonna start to see more and more and then I'm gonna eventually pick up. I told you, just come here more often, I'll give you a mod. That's all it takes. I'm not gonna give it to you right now. Good man, it's been the same stuff. New day with me. What about you? Yeah, pretty much the same. I'm not giving you mod. Just because you're annoying me right now, I'm not gonna give it to you. And just when human, because he's related to you, that's not a good sign. Like I know about your iPad sister. You're also the one that broke your phone because the Wi-Fi wasn't working and you threw it at a wall. Like Schmidt writes philosophical fiction and plays about the human condition, spirituality, faith, love, and meaning. Finding accessible storytelling with deep Okay, that sounds interesting. Give it to you for Christmas. It's not even Christmas, so I'm not giving it to you. Christmas is in 2 days. It's not even. As an early. No. What do you think of Sufi poetry like Rumi, Hafiz? I haven't read Hafiz. I hope that's how you say it. I enjoy Rumi though. I really like reading his poems. I wonder if it's different in Arabic, like if there's anything lost in translation. Seeing family is the best. Unconditional love. Yeah. Just one human, you know what to do. 10-second. There we go. Andrej is doing his job. Perfect. I was waiting for someone. What am I reading right now? The Illuminatus trilogy by Robert Anton Wilson. It's it's weird. It's written in a very interesting style, I guess you could say. There's not really chapters. It just shifts voices randomly, and it's the first like 10-15 pages. I'm like, what am I reading? And I kind of got the hang of it, and it's good so far. I like it. What's up, Kevin? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I've had this book for like I want to say like a year now, and it's just been sitting on my shelf, and I finally just took it out and started reading it, and I was like this close to putting it back down, and then I gritted my teeth, and I'm starting to really like it. So yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. What's my honest opinion on Siegel? I haven't read it. That's I know the name. Amy tells me to read that one all the time. I haven't read that yet though. I will at some point. Richard Bach. I don't know who that is either. Did I see any new Epstein stuff? Yeah. I mean, we're not gonna get any of this stuff, so like it'll be the same stuff as the Diddy, like the Diddy trial, where it's like they got him on like the stuff he should have went to jail for was like not handled right, and he only ended up getting 4 years. It'll just be like that. Like you'll get a little bit of stuff to like satiate the need for it, but like the stuff that's like really sickening and chilling, and the stuff that I guess you could say is important and the stuff that should be exposed won't get out. Just like damage control. Like you give people a little bit so that they don't ask more questions. Have I watched any movies or series lately? Um, I watched something good recently. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's not coming to my mind right now. But I really liked. It's on the tip of my tongue. I look like the dude off Glass. Thank you. What's the book you're reading about? What got you interested in? Um, the book I'm reading is, I don't know how to explain it aside from like it's a story about how the narrator isn't necessarily correct, and that everyone's kind of lying to you, and everyone kind of perceives things differently. And what got me interested in it is that I enjoy Robert Anton Wilson's other books. I haven't read any of his fiction. I've read a lot of his nonfiction, but so far it's pretty good. It reminds me a lot of Ulysses. That's probably why I like it. But I wish I could give you a better explanation though. I'm not far enough in it to summarize it, and I'm not like stylistically it's very unique. If I could pick up the best book I read in high school, what would it be? Crime and Punishment, pretty easily. Um, I read a few other ones that I liked. What else did I read? I liked The Catcher in the Rye. I really liked when I was younger. Now it's not as it wasn't. It didn't like it didn't stick as much because like I've kind of gotten out of that like phase. But like it really spoke to me when I was younger. Um, Frankenstein I really liked. Honestly, Frankenstein's one of my favorite books to this day. Like I reread it and it was like, wow, this is still really good. What else did I read though? Mm, I like The Great Gatsby when I read it in high school. Now it's just doesn't resonate the same because it's just like just a normal story. It's not like the other stuff I read now, which is far more like I guess you could say deep or experimental with the form of literature. Like normal stories don't really interest me that much. Tolstoy is also amazing when it comes to Russian authors. Nonviolence philosophy inspired Gandhi and Martin Luther King. Um, well, he's actually also inspired by Walden as well. Gandhi Gandhi and Martin Luther King read Civil Disobedience by Henry David Thoreau. So there's that too, that little tidbit. Am I a theist, atheist, or agnostic? I mean, I guess it depends on the definition. I'd say theist, but the kingdom of God is within you is a perfect description of philosophy. Okay, that's interesting. You practice writing in free flow writing, where you just write whatever comes to you without stopping yourself. When I write, it's just there. I don't know, and I can't like if I sit down to write and I don't find the words, I don't write. That's how I would describe it. But it's very much like stream of conscious. The words just kind of emanate, and I have to be in like a certain state of mind to write. And if I'm not feeling like I want to write, I'm not gonna write because it just doesn't come to me easily. If that makes sense. Where is it? It'll be easier to describe it this way. What religion evolution disproves most religions? I mean, if you take things dogmatically, it disproves it. Like, but even that, like, who? It's just like I don't really care about those kind of arguments. That's not what interests me. I'm recently fascinated by Christian anarchists, just like Tolstoy. What do you mean Christian anarchist? Like like how Christ was like against institution? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying something else? People are like they don't know where to start, and I believe you just write down. Yeah, I think if you get in tune with yourself and then know what you want to say, it becomes easy to write. But that's like years of like knowing yourself and knowing things you actually believe, the things you actually want to impart onto others. But yeah, when I was writing this, essentially I would just sit down, take out my notes app or take out my laptop, put the title of what I wanted to write about, and then explain it. That's really how I did. Do I know about non-duality? I mean, I don't know the word, but I like what are you talking about? Like there's a million different words that mean a million different things. Like give me the idea you're saying. Overthinking ruins your creative process. Well, thinking at all ruins your creative process. Non-dual. Oh, okay. So you're just talking about Emerson's Oversoul? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that's an idea that's been repeated throughout history. Oh, okay, okay. I know what you're talking about now then. It's just a monad? Is that all you're talking about? Like Blake's God? Or Spinoza's God, kind of. I was figuring it was gonna be I was figuring that's what it was, but I didn't want to like I mean I could have guessed, but I didn't want to like say yeah that's what I think. Non-duality is quality spirituality. Schopenhauer said something interesting that I don't even know if this is Schopenhauer saying it or he's quoting something else, but he had this point that all compassion derives from the idea that this art thou. I thought that was pretty interesting. just believes that there's one consciousness and everything. Okay, okay. Yeah, I would have to go with that too. What's up, NYS? How's everything? Good to see you back, man. It sucks that it gets so dark now, so early. It's weird, like, I don't know how to explain it aside from, like, you just feel like you have way less energy because it feels like the day is so much shorter. I wouldn't even say that religion fractures it. I would say the dogmatic aspect of it. Because if you read different, I guess you would say holy works, like, the ideas are all there. It's just the interpretations and the dogmatism and the rituals that kind of take the beauty out of it. Have you seen the newest Avatar movie? I I don't I don't know. I watched the first Avatar and it was like, eh. I'm not like, I don't know. I don't think too much of James Cameron, so it's like, I don't know. Like if I wanted to like get like a spiritual experience, I could just read a book or I could just think. Like I don't have to. If you believe religion separates you from others, it's not right. What do you mean by that? Us? Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's just like that's just you're just gonna get that with every organization, every group. But I think people pay too much attention to that stuff. Because even in like judging somebody that believes that, like you're becoming them as well. Like, I just try to remove myself from all sorts of ideas like that. Religion as a word means a way of reconnecting. Yeah, but all words are co-opted. What time is it? 4? I'm gonna have to eat soon. What books do I review? Whatever books I read. I don't know. There's not like a set theme. Like just whatever I'm interested on a day. Which isn't a good strategy, but it's what I like to do. So you didn't have to tell him that. Could you even review that? That's like, how would you review that? Like, oh, this smut is better than the other smut. Like, that's so, like, oh god, there's gonna be an argument. I can tell already. Who cares? Who cares what other people believe? It doesn't matter. Like, what does arguing online solve? It's the funniest thing to me. Like, just seeing people consumed by like, oh, this person doesn't believe exactly what I believe, so you must be the worst person ever. It's do I have reading plans? Like books I plan on reading soon? Or like books I'm ordering? What do you mean? See, if you think you're gonna end the idea of war and humanity, then good luck. Like it's just always gonna happen. It's just inevitable. It's just if you choose to be part of it, then you perpetuate it. If you remove yourself, then it doesn't exist. Reading plans for the channel? I don't know. I don't really like think that far ahead. I mean, I don't know. That should be the secrets of the Federal Reserve. I like if you think about the Federal Reserve for 2 seconds, you don't even need to read anything. You just see how bad it is. Like, I mean, it's not that difficult. Like a private bank earns interest on every dollar in circulation. Like, it's not that difficult to literally just think about the idea of fractional reserve banking. It's not that complex. Are there any genres I don't read? I don't really read like stories like that. I don't really read like new books that come out. A lot of what I read is like older stuff. Do I have an IG? Not one that I post stuff on. I don't know. I feel like Instagram is like where ideas go to die. Like, I don't know if this is other people's Instagram, but mine is just like people that like need help that are posting stuff, and particularly their terrible opinions online. So like, I don't see a use in it. Like everything I see on Instagram is just so negative, and I'm not even a negative person. I, is, like I think the only app that's worse than Instagram is X. Cause I like every time I go on X, I don't even have it on my phone because it's just so dumb. Every time I go, I'm just like, I don't care. Like none of it's interesting. What's up, Jack? How's everything? Dude, those videos are funny. It's just randomly over the past 2 weeks, just everywhere. I guess some of the edits are alright, but like I don't know. It's just dude, I wonder if Elon Musk, like, I guess he's just using it for the data for his Neuralink, but I wonder if he was pissed when he found out how many bots there were and that like everything's just bots. I'm like the more I go online, the more I just start to believe dead internet theory though, because I'm just like, there's no way that this many people are just like screaming into the void. But then again, like I'm friends with one of my um he's like a family friend of mine, like one of my history teachers from high school. And he just screams into the void about politics. He's like, dude, no one fucking reads this. No one cares. Like, anyone that was going to vote for whoever is already going to vote for whoever. Like, who are you convincing here? It's just so stupid. I mean, is it changing or is it just two sides of the same coin? White hat, dark hat kind of stuff. I don't believe any movement online is in any way organic. It's just to control ideas and make you part of something. It's easier to control something that you control than to let run wild. So I'm just very skeptical that there's any actual movements that aren't already co-opted. But I'm also like, I wouldn't say I'm a pessimist with that kind of stuff, but I'm just like, I just don't believe any of it's genuine. Now, dead in internet theory, just like Reddit is, I promise you, full of that because no one can be that stupid. Is that including your channel? Yeah, for sure. Um, if you post shorts like I don't know if I should say this. It seems like I don't know if it's just people that are just clicking subscribe by accident, but it carries no genuine engagement and you still get subscribers. So is that real? You know what I mean? And like it's not even good to get that because then it's pushing it to accounts that aren't engaging. So it kind of buries your own videos. Dude, a culture war. What is this? 2013? You've been watching too much Tim Pool. I mean, like, I don't. I guess you could say things are changing, but have they changed? I don't see it. I think people are just as crazy as they've ever always been. And you put a new skin to things, it doesn't really change stuff. Censorship has gone up, surveillance has gone up, taxes have got high. Like, is anything getting better? Not really. It's like the frog is boiling. Social media pre 2015, 2016 was different. What do you mean it was different? I wasn't old enough to be on social media then. X and Reddit both, YouTube as well. Yeah, YouTube's good with certain things, but their search algorithm is so like well obviously they've gone the route of like we're not going to give you what you searched for, we're going to give you a video that you're going to like based off of what you searched for. Which is okay, I guess. But yeah. I used to love Reddit now. I just think yeah, Reddit's I don't know, like how did Reddit get so bad? You don't post shorts because if I change my mind, I don't want to be known as the guy. Yeah, that's fair. But it's also like if you don't change your mind, then you're not living because, like, of course you're gonna be wrong. Of course there's gonna be new information and your mind and opinions. Not that they should do a complete 180, but you should always be shifting perspectives. You know, there's certain things I know I'm never going to change my mind fully on, but there's always a door open for me to say I was wrong in this one instance. Nowadays, when I go on social media, it feels like a big void filled with AI bots. Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't. I feel like there was definitely bots back then, though. It's just that now it's like now it's just so apparent. Non-political are being very vocal. What do you mean, like people that used to be non-political and now political? I made an X account recently. Felt like no one else was a real person. Well, the problem with that, well, the problem with X is even the real people are just engagement farming, so it's not like a real. It's not like a real thing. Oh, McDonough had a fart AI. That's pretty good. Yeah, but there definitely are like I think the last bastion of like real real kind of internet is like live streams or like smaller channels for sure. Because I've had some interesting conversations with people on lives, and like you go the rest of the internet and it's just like nonsense. I'm sure it was, yeah. Well, now there's like money behind bots too, because there's all these like people that basically signal to advertisers, oh, I have this amount of followers and this, but it's just all bots. I don't know. Live streaming is like it's fun. Sometimes it's annoying, but like usually it's pretty good. Usually the people that'll stick around on the live stream are people that are like at least sentient. Like not the type of people that just post the opinion they were told to believe. So it's always more fun. The bots killed it. It's hard not to scroll. Yeah, yeah. Dude, the worst algorithm, like it's actually the best algorithm, but the worst app to be on is TikTok because it's just so good. Have I read Ayn Rand books? I've read two. I've read Anthem and what's it called? The Virtue of Selfishness. I enjoyed them. I don't um I don't agree with everything she says, but she's interesting. She makes you think, which you don't say about many other authors. So for that, I appreciate her. What's up, Vishal? Go and look for authenticity. You'll find it. TikTok is a vacuum for some IQ. Yeah, it's really bad. If you look up books on TikTok, because like I was like looking for video ideas, so I just looked up books. It's all just like the most like generic books that have came out in the past 5 years, and people are saying like, "Oh, it's the greatest thing ever." It's like maybe it's good, but like that's not. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking for things that are like timeless, and you just can't find it. I don't know why YouTube hid that. Maybe it got deleted. It's not letting me show it. But yeah, that was funny. That was a good one, Ziggy. I catch myself scrolling at 3 a.m. feeling low key sad. Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, I mean, it's all just to keep you on the app. It's not even to provide you with information, which kind of sucks because that's the kind of stuff I enjoy consuming. Is like somewhat informative, somewhat entertaining, and like none of that kind of stuff is ever pushed. None of that kind of stuff is ever made popular. And the stuff that is made popular is just so boring and so like salesman-y. I don't scroll. Dude, game reviews of shit you'll never play is like the greatest thing to fall asleep to. MMA is like pretty fun to watch too, that kind of stuff. I mean, I try to like whenever I'm like consuming that, I always have a book with me so at least I can read during the commercials. But yeah, it's. I mean, the modern world just tries to distract you from the only thing that matters, which is your thoughts, your ideas, your attention. The only thing that you can put into anything and make something of value. Use your creativity, use your imagination, and the entire world is meant to destroy that. And Huxley described this tremendously well in Island, where there's these birds that fly around the island screaming attention, reminding you how important your focus is, how important your mind is, and not to lapse that, not to give that to someone freely. But yeah, that's really, I think that's my favorite metaphor for the importance. Would you consider ideas as currency? I mean, if you read William Blake, yeah. Your imagination, your mind is the most important thing, and so many people give it up freely. I might be due a little dopamine detox for New Year. I'm not single, no. I haven't seen you in months, and that's the first thing you say. That's insane. Preying on my downfall. Attention ideas are both currency. I mean, what's the saying? We live in the attention economy. Is that what people say a lot? Thank you, NYS. I was. I don't even want to view the message. Why'd you why'd you hide him? Don't. He wasn't talking to me, man. Hold on, I'm gonna unban him real quick. Can you undo that? He was just talking. He was saying that's what the birds say to him. He was making a joke about himself, dude. Hold on, I can do it real quick. Even if someone makes fun of me, it's okay. Like, people are allowed to make fun of me. I can unban people. Hold on. Does it come up? I don't know if it's updated yet. Yeah, it doesn't say. Damn, I have a lot of people banned. No, you've unblocked him? Okay. Yeah, Ziggy, I was trying to unban you. I was like, that was pretty funny, and then I see you got banned. I was like, what the hell? Okay. Yeah, just be careful who, like, unless, like, if they say something obscene and it's like really bad, or they're starting arguments or spamming, I think it's okay to ban for that, but just be careful. Yeah, I was about to, but it looks like he got unbanned. I don't think most can compare to the pinnacle of artists and authors of the past. There's just different tools. I don't know if it's truly out of reach to be a author that defies sort of everything. It's just it's very difficult. And you're gonna see as it becomes easier to become an artist, there's gonna be a lot more artists that just kind of don't stand the test of time. There's certainly gonna be some. There's only like a handful in every generation though. Like there's only one Borges, there's only one Tolkien, there's only one Robert Anton Wilson, or William Blake, or Rilke, or Ayn Rand. Like it's very difficult to say something that other people aren't saying, but I promise you there'll still be more. I don't read books, they ruin good movies. Dude, the books are always better than the movies. The problem with art as well is it's all postmodern and they don't even understand what postmodern is supposed to be. And it's all just the same iteration of postmodernism. I think I'm gonna write a timeless book that will start a cult. You should try it. Philip K. Dick is really slept on author. I haven't read anything by him. What has he written? Yeah, that's what I think that's what it takes to be an author that transcends it. But I think there's also this like weird need in our society to be like accepted. And like it's only the outliers that will ever transcend their era because they're ahead of their time. Like William Blake, while he was alive, was considered an absolute madman, and he probably was crazy. Let's, in all honesty, but you read Blake and you're like, holy shit, this is some of the best things I've ever read. Currently reading American Psycho. I think the movie was better. I haven't seen the movie. Should I watch the movie? Have I seen the Dune movies? I saw the first one. I like the book better. The book is way better. Um, but it's almost that the book is so good you're not going to be able to recapture it in the movie. I think the movie does a pretty good job adapting it, but it's the same thing as Lord of the Rings. Can you ever capture Lord of the Rings in a movie? Not really, but the movies are so good. I think it's pretty similar to that. I don't know how they're gonna do Dune Messiah or Children of Dune or God Emperor of Dune. It's gonna be very difficult to adapt those, especially God Emperor, because nothing happens. American Psycho is movie is a cult classic. Okay, yeah, I've like turned it on and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it, and then I turned it off. Like, it's one of those movies I'm like, I know I'm gonna get to, but just the time I put it on, I just didn't get to it. You have wild ADHD, you can't read. Yeah, I think everyone does now. I think everyone has attention problems. Audiobooks are definitely the way to start, though. That's a good suggestion, Josh. That's because I definitely have something with my attention too, and it's not that I have attention problems. It's just I have a problem putting my attention to things I don't care about. So it's difficult to like start reading and try something that you're not good at and try to focus on it where you can just easily pick up your phone and get into instant dopamine. Oh, he wrote Blade Runner. That's where I've heard him. Okay. What's the wildest stuff was just trying to do? Dude, that's like there's something to that. There's something to being to altering your state of consciousness, as Robert Anton Wilson would say, that allows you to get to those. I'm gonna read The Godfather at some point. Yeah, dude. Have you seen the third movie? I don't know if we've had this discussion because I was told not to watch the third movie, but I kind of want to because it's about the Vatican Bank, and I was told to like if it was. This is what I've heard about it. If it wasn't a Godfather movie, it'd be a great movie, but because it's a Godfather movie, it's thought of as not that good. It's like I don't take in the information. I have to read the same page like 4 times. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe start trying with audiobooks. That's how I was able to like get so engrossed into reading is that like I started with audiobooks and I'm like, you know what, I'm a lot faster at reading. Why don't I just pick up the books? Like just taking your downtime. But it's also like it's a skill too. You get better at it. So if you just, you know, make a conscious effort to start doing it, it'll become easier. Because I think it's just like we've adapted to not have to read. Because after high school, after college, after whatever schooling you have, we're not forced to read books, so we don't do it. And it's like you kind of have to get back into it. It sucks though, because I feel like teachers ruined the human imagination, and because of it created such boring people, because of it created such boring art and media and everything. And if we were just allowed to read books that we were interested in when we were younger, and we weren't forced to read nonsense, then I think there'd be a lot. Do you recommend any podcasts? Have you considered to record some podcasts for the channel? I mean, what would be the difference between me streaming and doing a podcast? That's the thing. I mean, I guess if I get guests, but I don't like. There's no one that I'm like clamoring to talk to, and would I even have the pull to get guests? I guess I would. I guess I could, but maybe at some point, like do a weekly podcast. That might be fun. That might be a fun idea. I don't really listen to podcasts though. I just listen to. I have YouTube Premium, so I just listen to videos. But yeah, yeah, we did. I watched it. It was worth watching for the purpose of being cultured. For at least how I see it. Definitely not in good comparison to 1 and 2. Feels unreal. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to watch it because it's about the Vatican Bank, which that one of the most interesting conspiracies ever. If I love fiction like you love C.S. Lewis, it's a sci-fi trilogy. Dude, interestingly enough, I was reading somewhere that Tolkien basically hated the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the Narnia series, because it was so on the nose. And I thought that was so funny. But I've read C.S. Lewis's nonfiction, and I enjoyed it, so I'll probably like his fiction. What do you think of the cultural impact of the Matrix movies? They're good. I don't know the cultural impacts. Like there's been a lot of movies that try to be like the Matrix that aren't. I mean, I wasn't old enough. Like they came out before I was born, so I'm not like I can't really pinpoint like what happened, what changed. Streaming is better for me to listen to because I read chat and respond. Yeah, I think that's the benefit of streaming as well. But there's podcasts that do streams, like do it as a stream. I think the best fiction is the news. That is true. That's a very good point. My aunt's a journalist, and I was telling her that the other day, and she was like so angry. She was so mad. I'm like, I just read manufacturing consent. Like it's all you need to know to see how the news is lying to you. For you as a reader, as a young kid, but as I got to 10 to 12, I stopped and picked up the habit again until I was like 20 rounds. Okay. Yeah, that was how it was for me too. I always had like a very active imagination as a kid, and it kind of got beaten out of me by the school system. And it kind of sucks though, because I wonder like, had I not been forced to read books that were just objectively fucking garbage, like where like how much more literate could I be? How much more educated could I be? How many more things could I have known and been able to adapt into my own life and make my life better? Like it's very frustrating. Because I've learned like I mean not just like reading literature. Like you can read books on investing, you can read books on estate planning, you can read books on your rights, or like there's so many little things you could learn that could benefit your day to day. And just because school just sucks, it just gets you out of it. Have you read Beautiful Minds by No, I have not. That almost got me. That was so close. My imagination is aimed towards making dumb jokes about everything. I mean, that's fair though. I mean, that's a good use of your mind, dude. Like, there's so many people that see the world and are sad and heartbroken by all the things, and then there's people that just laugh at all the chaos. And I think that's honestly the only way to go through life is to just not take it serious, because it's not. It's completely non-serious. When you're not a reader but would like to try to become one, you should just search for a topic that sticks out to you and where you're at in life currently and just try to make it a habit. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things I always tell people is if you don't read books actively, like there's a topic that you're obsessed with, there's a topic that, you're interested in, and pick up a book on it. Like if you're obsessed with sports, pick up a book about your favorite athlete, or if you're obsessed with video games, learn about video games, like learn about the history. You know what I mean? I've never heard of I've never heard of that author, Westy. I use comedy as a self-defense mechanism. Yeah, you can do that as well. I mean, there's like a certain like there's a certain genius in comedy though. This is something that Jung said is that, you know, the comedian or the trickster is really the first step to enlightenment because, you know, the comedian or the joker or the fool is the person that plays around with the darker elements of this world and starts to come to grips with them, starts to master them, starts to understand them. And eventually you become the hero archetype and eventually you become the old man archetype. And it's really a stage in your development. It's really a stage in your development of your perspective. I went from 48 Laws of Power to self-talk, self-improvement, and ended up becoming open to all genres. Yeah, I think that's pretty similar to me too. Dude, the 48 Laws of Power, like, is not that great of a self-help book, but it's so interesting if you, like, take the history from it. Like, it teaches you a lot about history, unironically, which I think is, like, I don't know, I don't care about history that much, but, like, it's interesting to learn, like, significant figures and how they affected certain things. Like I don't care about dates at all, but like the grand picture is cool. And that's what you get from 40 Laws of Power. Joking about dark elements. Yeah, it's your dumb humor. I can see it out in action now. Time is it though? 4:30. I'm gonna have to go now. I might stream. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna time later. I might stream again later. I'm definitely gonna stream tomorrow. But yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for having a fun stream. Um, I just have to go eat before I go train. But yeah, with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.